back again. Wagwan Sapase, que la que I já tu sabe. It's your boy Jimothy Sosa here for my Gym Padres. What's up? What's up? Today we are in Philadelphia. We're gonna do another little food thing, because it seemed like people liked it enough. So today we're gonna go on a hunt to see if this place, Pat's Steaks, you know, very historic, very popular in Philadelphia. Honestly, more popular outside of Philadelphia, thanks to Boys II Men and other popular stars like that. But Pat's Steaks is one of the most famous and historic places to get cheesesteak here in Philadelphia, with its rival Geno Steaks being right across the street. Historic competition. So we're gonna go check it out today, see what it's all about, see if it's worth the hype. Is it good? You know, all that good stuff. Not gonna lie, I took it out and this is how it looked. So first impressions. One thing I'll give it is it's not as chopped up like it's more like layered here, which does make it a little cleaner and easier to eat. I'll definitely give it that. Alright, Gym Padres, I've eaten. I've had a few minutes to digest and process, so let's get into it. Let's start with the meat. Cheesesteak is historically ribeye. Thinly sliced, and then they chop it up. In New York, they call it a chopped cheese, but they really just stealing it from Philly. All right, so the meat was good. I think you could tell that it's quality. It's not cheap. It was definitely ribeye. I did mention, and I do like that they did not chop it up. They had thin slices, and they stacked them almost like as if it was like a turkey sandwich or a cold cut sandwich. I think that's a little nice touch. It keeps it easier to eat, less messy. So that's a big plus, a little subtle. Next, we got the bread. The bread was not the cheapest bread. It was nice bread, but it didn't really add or take anything from it. So I guess you could say that's neutral. Better than not take, but if you could give something, a little sweetness or something, you'll have me in there. Next, the onions, I didn't really taste them, but they did help to try to keep the meat from being a little bit too dry. So definitely get the onions with yours. And I did provolone cheese because for some reason in my mind that's better to get American, and I'm not off the Goofy movie. I don't eat cheese whiz and just cheese sauce, so we don't do that. Provolone was solid. Overall, taste-wise, this is like a classic solid cheesesteak. It's no frills, nothing fancy, not reinventing the wheel. But if you want consistent, classic, how you expect it to be, it's a good spot. But yeah, I would say if you're expecting a cheesesteak and you come and get this one, it's going to be a solid cheesesteak. It's not going to be the best you ever had. It's not going to be the worst you ever had. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. Price, I think, was $18, which is I had one the other day for $13. But what can you expect when you go to one of the most famous places? So 18 is still. So with that being said, I think my final rating, if I were to put it all together, 1 through 10, 10 being the highest, I think I'll roll with like a good 6, 6.5. 7 is a little strong, and no one can get a 10. So that 7 is pretty good in my scale of rating. So 6, 6.5. You wouldn't be disappointed, but you won't get the best. So on to the next one.